Morning. Are you going to come and say hello then? Are you going to come and say hello? There you are. There you are. Can you smell my dog?
I have to keep him on the lead because he likes to torment the swans.
All right.
Goes in for a bit of a splash. And he's not bothered.
Well, it's the weather for it anyway, so enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye now. You can tell by straight away if a dog's wary of you and if they're going to come over you, because as soon as I bend down, put my hand underneath his nose and his chin, you can see in his eyes and the wagging of the tail that he's friendly. So if they sort of like back off you and start a little growl or you're back, well, let you back off. It's just common sense. But when young kids approach dogs and they're off the leader, and obviously the parents haven't trained their kids, you know, just don't put your arms on a strange dog, because you scare them so they might bite you. You see it all the time. Right, this is all uphill run the corner, so it hurts your calf muscles until you get to the top, but then it's back downhill from the far side. I just want to go up on the hillock and point my camera down towards the lake and show you the views that you get. Morning. So as you can see, it's a nice wide open space. This used to be an old open quarry mining. I think it was like an open cast mine or something, so obviously they've let it all grow back in and put the lake in, so it's beautiful. And it's 18, no, how many miles have I done? I think 21 miles from my house, but I think it's less than that because I made a mistake this morning, come up the A1 instead of the A19, so I had to double back on myself. Morning. Ain't more dog walkers coming at the park. Right, so you go around this left hand bend and it's like uphill all the time. When I came here with my sister and her dog, the British Bulldog she's got, Jessie, the girl, took her doing this so she could get a drink with the big pond, the big puddle there. It's always there. So when it's on a hot day like this and I need a drink, and you're not near the lake, if you can go in these big puddles. The dog was just running there to keep the mud and the dirty water. They've just called it back. Right, so there's a fresh contrail going over the top as well. I cannot point the camera up directly in the sun because it just blinds you. Right. Now I've been having a bit of trouble with me camera as turning itself off, and the reason being is because when I was walking along and I'm constantly recording, even though it's only 1080p, the camera is still getting hot. I mean, once we get to a certain temperature and they automatically turn off to protect the camera and the batteries. And when it gets red hot, the batteries expand inside the chamber where you push it into, and then they lose connection. So if your camera just all of a sudden switches off, that's what's happening. The camera realizes it's getting too hot. Little jackdaw, and it turns your camera off to try and protect it and save the battery from expanding too much, the lithium battery. So when it's red hot like this and I'm walking along, the sun's beating down on the top of my head, You've either got to get up early and do your walks before the sun comes out and do your videos. So that the batteries and your camera doesn't get too hot. But if you look over there where all the traffic's coming down the road, that's where I've came along the A1, A3 off the A19 and came down here. You're coming down the roundabout where if you turn right you go up towards doing the Penshaw Monument walk. But if you turn left it brings you into the park here where the cafe is where I park the car. Right. So this is why I've come up here to go up this hillock and point my camera around and show you the views that you get from up here. Right, so if you're not young and your legs are weak and you want to get up on the top of the hill, there's a little pathway that goes up slowly and round and it takes you up onto the top a little bit easier. But you've got to go around the back of it.
So the thing that Wizz Air have been saying.
Morning.
Yeah, man said that. That's why we're going to so that's why,
Right, see if I can manage to make my way up this hill. I might have to lean forward and get a hold of the grass. Or I'll have to go up on a slight angle, which I'm doing. Right, so here's the pathway that brings you from around the back of it and it brings you up gently so you can get up to the top without having to scramble up this bit of a hill. Right, so you can see that pathway going off to the right where that puddle was. That's for people that want to go cutting across back over towards the village of Penshaw, which is just over there. So when I come out of here, I'm turning left and going down the A1, A3 towards Penshaw village. Then I'm going to start cutting through to go over towards Station Road and go over the Fairfield Bridge and explore a little bit around there as well. They've all got like little name plaques on them. What's that one? Great Lumley, 6.1 kilometres. Durham, 13.1 kilometres from here, obviously. West Herrington is 6.8 kilometres off to the right there. What's that? New Bottle, 1.9 kilometres. So it's all the little village and areas around here. Right, so you've got some stunning views back over towards the car park where I've just walked down from, and then straight across on the other side of the road, you go up the hill. You can see the winding pathway that goes up and up and up to Penshaw Monument. Right, so what I'm going to do is continue along this path that brings you past this hillock, and then it bends around the left and drops down, and then I'm going to go around in front of the main car parking area where I normally park, in front of the lake where the boardwalk is, where you can launch your little boats off and get the dog to go down the ramp and get a drink. But you can look over there, you look down the grass, so like step downs into the amphitheatre. And to the left you can see all the spray paint on the skateboarding park, the concrete park where the kids take their skateboards and skate down in there. But look at the sky, man, it's absolutely ridiculous. Still spraying with the bastards. Right. Right, me and our Sherry went straight across the grass here, but yeah, there's a ditch at the far side, so well, again, further back to the right, get back on the path, then go round, because she's not good on her legs either. When we walk along here, any little horse was just would trip now. Right. So I turned my computer on this morning just to get a quick look to see what's going on in the world of news. But I'm like a lot of people at the moment. Every time you turn on the news, where you go and get your news from, it's EBS imminent, stock up on food, water, medicines, essentials, get ready for the 10 days of darkness, blah blah blah. It's all the time. I'm sick to death of hearing it. I mean, I know they don't want to tell the enemy what they're doing, so nobody knows the exact date when it's going to happen, but it's already, the Starlink satellites are already primed to take over the news media, the lying media. So you've got all these people in these pink vests for the run. People are running around the park in this heat. Oh, better them than me. A lovely little jacket. Oh, it's just a baby one. Jackdaws, because they've got the silver at the back of their heads. So you've got the silver patch, and they're just smaller than rooks and crows. Smaller than a family. Nice. So there's another plane coming over, dropping chemtrails out the back. See the double white plume that they're spraying out into the skies. Right, see if I can go down, manage to get over this ditch at the bottom here. If not, I'll have to walk higher up and just look for the easiest place to step across. Because after rains it gets all boggy and full of water, so it's slippy on the embankments. So when you go to step over, you might slip back down, fall into it. Right, so as you can see, the further you go along, I don't know if you can get across easy. Can't remember. I think I should be able to get across here because it's not a ditch, it's just like a little uphill ramp. You can see where the people have walked through the grass, flattening it down as they go. Oh, just there. Oh, so this is one of the runners, the old guy. You alright? Right, so round and you go past the secondary pond to the main lake, which is round the corner here. So there's lots to see, there's loads of different bodies of water, and there's lots and lots and lots of wildfowl birds of all different shapes and sizes and colours. So Right, and just around the corner, as you go back round to the main lake, there was a swan, had a big nest. It was about 3.5 foot in diameter. It's just recently had cygnets as well, so the birth rate for swans in this park is very, very good. Hence, that's why there's so many of them. There's millions of big swans. So these runners must be going up there, past those two up there, and go right around the far side, then running back down that side now, just passing the bottom lake there now. As you can see, they're running along there. People are clapping and cheering them on. When I bring Jessie down here, because she's heavy on her legs, she's only got the legs with being a British Bulldog, she gets hot and pants like hell, so I've got to, every opportunity I get, I've got to go next to trees to get out of the sun and give her a bit of shade so she doesn't get too hot, and that way I manage to walk around the lake, giving her a bit of protection from the sun whenever we can. Right, so we're now coming to the main lake area on the opposite side of where I normally park, which is over there behind those black barriers. Morning. Right, the swan's nest was just here on the left hand side behind the wire netting there, over there. Hiya.
I need that, what you've got on your head there for when
I've got every kind of gadget you can think of for GoPros, man.
No, well, I'm saving up for my GoPro.
Right.
That, like, for me hat, because so when I litter pick, I want to talk to my audience when I'm litter picking. So
right.
The cost of fortune, didn't it, Phil?
Well, I've tried the backpack where you clap them on the side, the arm. I've had vests on, I've had all kinds of different things, trying the best way it doesn't move when I'm walking, because I walk with a bit of a limp, so you've got to have a good camera to counterbalance.
Yeah, thank you.
I've got a good, like, I've got 5,000 followers now, but the thing is, so I was just like, they need to hear us.
Yeah.
They need to hear my frustrations.
These are fantastic. I mean,
how much was that?
I had a this is a GoPro 13. Oh, the cap was about $7.99, but the actual clamp that slides onto the peak, and then you can fix it to that.
But how much was the camera?
Oh Christ, cameras, man.
I'm saying it's the
GoPro 13. Friggin' hell. You've got to have a good bank account.
Oh, aye.
But I've had 8, 9, 10, 11, and now I'm up to 13. Like I say, I've done every trick possible to get the best footage, you know, for vibration, noise. Like you just said, you need your followers to hear your voice. Well, basically, this here's it, everything. I see the sky, left, right, up and down, so you can see the terrain that I'm walking on. So you see, with me being disabled through stroke, what I do this for is to help other people that's disabled. In the walks I do all over the northeast with the dog and all that, it's to show other people that's in wheelchairs that if you can do the walk, so I help other people. So do you go on YouTube at all? If you go on YouTube and have a look at my channel, you see all my videos of all the area. Well, my name's Steve, so my channel's just Steve in capital letters, Steve Hiking Hack. So if you go on YouTube, type in Steve Hiking Hack, you'll see all my videos. Enjoy the rest of your day anyway. Bye now. Right, so this is a beautiful, I mean, I took Jessie down here to go drinking this water. She just started to wade into the water, and I thought she would have been scared, but she was walking along the edge of the water. thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. Right, so the water overflows and comes underneath the road here where these boulders are. And the birds come up here and rest in the sun on the embankments here. Right, so the lake overflows when it's been pissing down the rain and comes down here and goes underneath the road there to the other side. Right. Sorry. Whoa. Oh. Right. Yeah. Right. So the swan had its nest just somewhere here, where this bench seat is, I think. So people were coming down left, right, and centre and taking photographs. Because when she stood up, you could see her 6 cygnets underneath, just recently being born. Help protect our swans. Please keep your dogs on leads when near swans. Right, so if you look across the lake, you can see all the swans, and then look beyond the lake on the far side where I walked along to go to the Whalebone Bridge. That's where I was. But I think the swan was just here, just beyond this netting, this wire netting. She had a huge, there's a swan just landed in the water there. Thought I heard like heavy duty flapping wings. So as you can see, there's a few bench seats you can sit on and just enjoy looking over the lake. And there's picnic tables at the main car park here, where you come down when you can get down with car, and you can park right on the lake and just look out. So that way, if you haven't got far to walk, so if you're slightly disabled like me with stroke and you get fatigued easy, you're literally on the lake as soon as you park up, and the birds just come out of the water right up to you. So these are all doing the park run. Right, so these barriers, like I say, they're not normally here, but because of the Radio 1 roadshow, that's what all this is for. But it's finished now, so hopefully the next time I come down, all these barriers will be gone, and I'll be able to come down to here and park up here, and then the boardwalk is directly in front of you. Morning.
Morning. Hi.
Right, so here's the 2 boardwalks where the birds all come up onto the boardwalks to be fed from people coming with seeds and bread and shit. And here's the ramp where I took the dog down on the concrete ramp, so you can go in and get a plodge and a drink to cool off. More hen. So as you can see, there's all kinds of seagulls as well. Every kind of bird comes and lands on this lake. They get a drink and cool off and get a rest. Oh, you bugger. Right, so this is the main path that you come down from the car park to come down to the stairs down into the water. Yeah, I hate to see bloody men with ponytails, man. Look bloody stupid. They think they look cool, but they're just feminising themselves, make themselves look like a tart. If you want to be a girl, just put a skirt on, wear perfume, make and put your lipstick on, because you've lost your masculinity. Fucking pathetic. That's what I say. Morning.
Morning.
So all you men out there that think you look cool when you put a ponytail, you look fucking stupid, and you're a blot on the landscape towards masculinity. A waste of space. But it's all by design. The globalists want that. They're turning our males into females, so we can't fight back against the system. Right, so I'm gonna just go to this sandy area where you get all the birds coming off out the water and coming resting and sunbathing. So as you can see, the big swans just where those big boulders are, quite a bunch of them. So obviously that's the finish line that I walked along earlier on, and then went over the Whalebone Bridge to the left. But I'll be turning right here and going back up that way towards the car park. Right, let's go down by the water's edge. So you've got your Canadian geese, you've got your swans, you've got your mallards, thousands of them. So swans poop all the way along here, and Canadian geese poop. I love the way they can just fall asleep on the water. The swan, the female, she's turned around, she's put her head on her back and just falling asleep floating in the water. Just drifting around, just spinning around in the water. Typical trumping sound of Canadian geese. I don't want to get too close to these swans because I don't want to disturb them, because they're all falling asleep, they turn around, put their heads on their back, look. Gorgeous birds, gorgeous creatures. So there's no shortage of swans, like I say, so they're very successful at breeding and nesting and bringing up their offspring. And that's why you've got so, I mean, look at all them over there, up there on the grass. Right, so back up here, let's start heading back towards the car park. Morning. Have you got the right time, please?
It's nearly 10 to 10.
Thank you very much. Nearly 10 to 10. So when the sun's out between the hours of 12 and 2, that's when it's at its hottest. So what I'm going to do is walk up to the car, and when I get to the car I'm going to turn the camera off so it starts cooling down, so for the next section of recording the battery's had time to cool off, and so has the camera. so the expansion of the batteries won't be as severe. Right, so where that yellow tractor is, and those cars that's parked facing to the right there, that's where I normally park. And you just walk, you're 20 yards and you're at the waterside. That's why I come down here to park there. Best job in the world, sitting doing, getting paid for it. Sunbathing. Right. Some more runners coming up off the after finishing. So I wonder how these cars are getting down here and they're parked in the skate park. Not unless they got here first thing this morning before the security guards were all here and closed it all off with the gates and everything again as usual. Right. Well, this is the main road where you normally drive down. So you come in off the roundabout, come past the cafe and everything, and then keep on driving down this main track. You come to the right turn where you can go to the skate park, but you don't turn right. You just continue straight down and then go down to the main car park, which is down there. I love to see the sun's glinting off the lake, the water.